Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. This is like a little laid back, give me a second. Sorry, I didn't prepare for this. I apologize. So, there we go. So, welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. And this is serious. I wanted to say thank you to those who watch me. I'm not perfect. Never said I was perfect. Never, I will go down in history as the most unperfect person in the world. But I will also go down in history as something that so imperfect, but yet so perfect. I'm like a yin and a yang. We all are. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I want you to see my flaws. I don't want to hide nothing from you, but I want you to also acknowledge my progress and not acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge my progress, that means that you're not accepting that I can learn from a mistake. Because I can. That's a gift I have. But it seems like my story, and it's leading me up to talking about this, you guys. I know the police is like, why is she hashtagging us all the time? And the FBI like, just calm down. We just want to see what she got to say. No, but my story and everybody else's story, it history does repeat itself. And that is the key to this. That is the key to this. Time moves forward and history repeats itself. Whether in different labyrinths, different dimensions, different universes or multiverses or omniverses or infinite verses. No, that's the infinite verse. There is no more other than infinite, because what happens is with infinite, it can inflate or deflate, but history repeats itself. History repeats itself. And if we don't learn how to not repeat history, I know that despite of God-like technology out there, that something bad is going to happen to this world. Somebody is going to make the mistake. I mean, think about it. I'm not mad at Putin like I was when I first did stories on him. And you want to know why I'm not mad at Putin? I'm not mad at Putin because it's a reason. I'm starting to see behind the smoke and mirrors. You got China, you got Russia, and you got different countries, other countries in Europe. Let me break it down. Asia, Europe, Philippines, and Taiwan is a part of Asia, but not the other place between them two. But then you got the United States, you got Hawaii, you got Mexico, and then you got these other islands. Think about how many elite, just one, only one could be in charge. People that they are that we don't know of, right? That have their finger on a button, ready to start a war at any time. I met a guy from Vandenberg Space Force. Oh my, it was an honor. He walked with me, I was so shy. Wonderful guy, Korean, tall, beautiful. And he told me that he was the person that sat next to the person that will press that button in case America needed to do something. So I've met, and it's an honor. I'm not going to get all mushy because it's going to make me cry. And it's just the world. Something is going to happen. Look at what happened to Mars. They believe somebody did, because I read or heard it, that something blew it up. History repeats itself. Who is going to blow up the world and make us go to Mars? Who is going to blow up Mars again and make us go to the Earth? Didn't whoever it was wipe out the dinosaurs? Didn't they wipe out the dinosaurs? You would think that if they wiped out, I mean, this is so weird, the way they were wiped out all at once. And then they left their bodies buried, like, even though, like, what fell on it? Think about that. What fell on it? Because when you dig it up, it's like buried like that, you know, the bone structure. What? What buried the big elephants with the tusk? What buried the lions with the tusk? And I watched so many dinosaurs movies and Ice Age, like Ice Age, as the world grows. Yeah, perfect name, Disney or Pixar. So anyway, let's cut that. And we're gonna talk about history repeating itself, which means that something is going to happen. And I wanted to include you guys that I hashtag because I want y'all to know, I want y'all to definitely know that I care for each and every one of you. We all make mistakes, and I'm not perfect, like I said. So let's get started on what I had to talk about. Good night, everybody. And I'm not getting off of here. I'm just saying good night. Um, so Donald Trump Jr. and Donald Trump and Kimberly Guilford and Carrie Lake and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Laura Trump and his lovely wife Melanie Trump the Trump family as a whole. They all have a symbolic meaning to me. Like, it may not mean nothing to you. It may not mean nothing to the next person and say, why is this so important to me? It may not even mean nothing to them. Hopefully it does. I'm I'm putting it in past that in the future it will, but not right now. But what I do know is it's symbolic to me to talk about them. This ain't a crazy thing to do. I don't get why everyone is conditioned to the news frequency. You're conditioned to high-end doctors that works for Hollywood that's being paid to say stuff. Certain doctors are to scare you and push you into doing stuff. You gonna listen to them. I mean, it's if you listen too much to stuff without correlating your own thoughts, your own imagination, your own opinion, then that is crazy. That is crazy. To be conditioned and laugh at the night show and Jimmy Kimmel, talk about Trump all the time and never about Biden. And every time he say a corny joke, everybody is laughing. Or is that embedded in the editing? I've talked about that before. This is sickening. I didn't even, I cared, always had, my heart always went out to Trump from yay high. Seriously. I remember when my mother took me to the movie theaters to watch Home Alone, and that's what I did. I watched Home Alone. And I sat up there and I was like, wow, that's a really good business guy. I can count on two hands how many times I watched Home Alone growing up. It just came on TV, routine TV, growing up. Then I began to see him in the papers. If it was, I never watched his news stuff because I wasn't into that at the time. I never thought that I would be into politics, but I saw him as somebody special. And that's a pretty cool thing. So, and then as I began to see stuff in the headlines, I began to believe it myself because I never did what? Research. Oh, Trump said this about a woman. He did this, he did that. You know what I said? Now that I'm 38, whether he did something or not, he paid for it. He paid for it. But to continue to put him down, to continue to manipulate this system, they violated his house. They violated his house. But they never violated Biden's house like that. Why? What is going on since the Clinton administration? after, not since, post-Clinton administration. Something happened between him and Monica Lewinsky, we know. I was watching TV. It was on TV. I stayed on a TV. If I couldn't get to a TV, I stayed near a computer. I witnessed the World Wide Web. I witnessed Y2K. I witnessed 9/11. I was there when 9/11 happened. I was 15 minutes away at my high school. I saw a guy when I went home, rushed home. I saw the smoke coming from my school at the Pentagon. They went to Florida, they went to DC, and they went to Philadelphia. So I was there and I witnessed a lot of things. I witnessed a lot of things. And Putin has his reason. I don't know, and I don't want to know what it is. But any man who stops a war on a Sunday, any man who stops a war on a Sunday to praise God couldn't be all evil like they try to say. But somebody who don't stop a war, who keep getting paid as people are dying, who's going on vacation as people are dying, who is buying fancy stuff while people, not just any people, your people. But you was a prior actor, right? I'm not even an actor. I can't even act. Unless you gonna pay me, I can't act. I can only speak from the heart. Now they're getting new tanks. People are complaining and getting hip to this crap. And now he can't send that, but he can give them some type of material that's on those machines that he's going to send over. He's not just sending over any veteran like me, Army grade. He's not just going to send that over. What is in them? What is he smuggling? Why do you have to bring over tanks? What is the urgency? There's really no war. There's really no war. There is no war. You want to know the secret to this whole thing? Crimea, Crimson or Crimea, the near the Black Sea. It's the port. It's the port. Yeah. To what? What makes that so special that Russia won it? But obviously, I have no problem with Russia wanting it. It's in its territory, but Ukraine is trying to get it. That's verifiable too. But just in case I sit up there and speak, I'm going to shut this down and reamp it because I don't have time to waste my footage and get censored because I can't say what I want to say. So I'm going to copy and paste and get back on here and just go straight for the Donald Trump thing. Okay? I apologize because I will go on and on and on. I'm not self-centered, but I don't have, as you can see, friends. And y'all are like my friends, my repeat offenders. My repeat offenders. So yeah. Hold on for a quick second. I'll be back on here in a second. Okay, guys? Okay. But my You Now family, don't move you now. Like Denzel Washington used to say. He's like, don't move. And on fire.